going, throwing, all of my ropes are calling now. All of these broken.
Yeah, so I first got into music. I learned Carnatic vocal first. My parents naturally put me into that. And then from that, I ended up seeing someone play the mridangam for the first time at the age of 6. And then I forced my parents to take me to mridangam class. And from there, that's when the passion really grew. But the cool thing about learning mridangam is it's a great foundation to really pick up other instruments, like the kanjara, like the gadam. So as I became better as a mridangist, my guru at the time, Vasudevan Master, out here in Toronto, that we would call him as, he introduced us to other instruments as well. And then, so I'm pretty versatile in the mridangam, kanjara, the gadam.
Living life for the moments. I ain't sitting tight for the closure, nah. I've been keeping right with the kosher.
In Toronto, it's very well. I mean, obviously now with COVID, we had to shut down a lot of house concerts. Pre-COVID, I was performing regularly out here in Toronto for like house concerts. We have a lot of, Carnatic Hatcheries. We have a lot of mandarams out here. Bharati Kalam Mandaram. We have Tamilise Kalam Mandaram out here. So in terms of the culture of Carnatic music, it's very abundant here in Toronto. And a lot of parents definitely put their children into Carnatic lessons. Honestly, it depends on the artist. It depends on the situation. It depends on the vibe of what type of song we're trying to create and what's the vision for the song. But I guess the cool thing about learning mridangam is I am a very rhythmic based producer. So for me, especially in hip hop, drums are the heart of the beat.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that a lot of similar jadis that I would play for mridangam, I could adapt and put it into hip hop as well, right? For example, Tisranade, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You see Migos and a lot of rappers use that type of flow. So when I talk with rappers and if they need any flows, I'll talk with them in jadi sometimes. They won't understand the jadi, but they'll understand the flow, right? So when I speak to them in that type of way, a lot of them end up understanding it, and we end up having that natural chemistry. So yeah, it's really cool when I'm able to bring that into the
my daughter, these species are getting slaughtered. Play my position and make a mill off a vision and multiply it by 9 and divide it up with my kindred. This be that pharaoh, that Andre, the hieroglyphics, that higher caliber driven. I put a fork in my vision as soon as I see the light of
You ain't gotta wait.
Islam and Sangam are very foreign right now, right? But I definitely want to introduce that into the hip hop scene. And I think it's very possible. You hear Mr. Chapu a lot in Tamil film music, right? Or even Bollywood records here and there. So I feel like it's already been done, obviously, on that side. But the question is, how do you do it in a way that's tasteful, right? Because the Western audience here is not used to that type of, like, people just groove to a beat, right? And people are so accustomed to a certain type. So to introduce that, I think would take a while, and it would take the right artist to really blend it. But I definitely see that being the future of hip hop. Mr. Chapu, Kandam, I think Kandam could work as well. In terms of Konakol, I think the language of mridangam and Konakol is an art form in itself, right? It's been there for a long time. I actually kind of explored Konakol in one of my songs, Unne Patu, with Sean. If you listen to the hook, it's a that thing. I purposely put that in the hook.
That was you.
It was a sample, vocal chop sample that I played around with. But if you listen to the song, you'll hear it go back left and right, as if like a vocal sample would go in like a pop record, right? So those are the ways I'm trying to introduce them into hip hop and pop. But definitely exploring those with rappers. Especially with, like me as a singer, I sing as well in my previous songs. I've always thought about the idea of in between for a 4-bar verse, adding some konakos, or even adding konakos as ad-libs, more in the background as ambience. I definitely feel that that's something that could be a possibility as well.
Telling us lies, selling them lies, shelling hospitals, getting by on a daily basis while they murder my people underneath the nose of every Pinocchio politician, news channel anchorman, department of police, the whole UN, the whole system they say was made to serve us. Okay, cool story. Never trust no pig's word. Them lawmakers, all bakers. Bottom line is cake first. They burnt down our library.
Like rightfully so, right? A lot of, like you said, the blueprint started from Malaysian rappers, right? With Yogi, I'm a big fan of Yogi. And even the song that you said you're featured on, I remember watching that music video as a kid and being so like blown away, like damn, you know, these Tamil rappers coming in with their swag, coming in their own identity, rapping on songs, hip hop. Like at that time, it was so unheard of, right? Until this day, that's why the songs were revolutionary. And it's that same type of imprint I want to leave with the music community myself, right? And for me, it's like, okay, having the foundation with Carnatic hip hop, Carnatic music and Mridangam, it's like, how do I keep elevating and shedding more light on the Mridangam, shedding more light on Carnatic music, shedding more light on Tamil music in hip hop on the mainstream, right? And the mainstream market is different. You have certain things and you have certain phases that come in. Right now, you see the Latin wave, right? Latin music, Spanish music. You see artists like Drake with Bad Bunny with the song Mia, where he's singing Spanish lyrics, right? So I see a day when Drake sings Tamil lyrics. Wow. I see a day where I'm producing a track with Drake and there's a Mridangam interlude. You see, like our culture is so rich, and you know, we have so many beautiful sounds in our South Indian music, right? And people have explored them, but little by little, right?
You gon' see how we get down, bet on blood. That taste of reparations gets me high, bet on blood.